just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
From the 6. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now Prescott. Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Well, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is James Robinson.
A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now Mills.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position.
Oh, Prescott stripped.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. The goal is to go for 1 and kick the extra point.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Elliott. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I've been had this.
Here's Prescott.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And now off to the races, down the right side.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
The try here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Why did he stop? Why did he stop? Why did he stop? Why did he stop running?
Jamin Davis, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Mills to throw it.
And it's caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Robinson.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
James Robinson.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Trucks over him, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Oh, Prescott stripped.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
He's at the 50, 30, 10, and he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. This will be fielded inside the 5.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
And does Washington have it? They do.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a give right side. It's Robinson. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Prescott now. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Of all the routes that defenders would love to remove from offensive playbooks, I think the wheel route would rank near the top. And on that one, they almost had it, just wasn't able to come down in bounds.
Yeah, as you see right there for the running back, it's tough as you're going toward that sideline trying to stay in bounds. He couldn't do it.
Yeah, just didn't have enough real estate, as they like to say.
And he comes back with one complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Prescott from the gun. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. Buying time to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, Mills. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Second and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A first down throw for Mills. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. Second down and 7. Mills. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, Robinson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll run with Gibson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on fourth. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Prescott to throw it. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Mills on first down.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mills now looks to throw on first down.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check back 11, check back 11. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe. Switch.
Mills now.
And that's complete to Cooks. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
It's now 3rd and 7.
Final play of the half, Mills. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Six yards left on second down. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Check 26, check 26.
On 1st and 10, Mills. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. They go play action. Mills. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Check back 11, check back 11. Here we go, D. Here I come, here I come. Check 31, check 31.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
And they'll try to throw here. Mills. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
7 yards the pickup there.
From the 17, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Fighting through, and he's got space. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Prescott on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Prescott yet again. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Schultz. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Second and 7. Off the play fake, Mills. That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Mills. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Third and short yardage, Mills. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back to the ground with Gibson, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Mills. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Check girls, check girls, check girls. Check 52.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. They'll run with Gibson, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Cowboys 20,
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Prescott now from the 50. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26.
Prescott now. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Pollard.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising, but they wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter shift to your defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
Elliott.
This nigga's ripped.
It's a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Again, it's Elliott.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Working out of the gun, Mills.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Touchdown, Washington. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes this Washington 48. Cowboys 38.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
A first down throw for Mills. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And some room to work. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2.
A big play there on the catch and run. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go, baby.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now a 2nd down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off down at the 2. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
2nd down and 8. Once more, Gibson. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Washington going to send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And taken at the 46. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott off play action. 20! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. And again, it's Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
At the 3-yard line.
Throwing, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now,
oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare him
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas.